There are some sounds that just do something to you. Not music, not full songs, just small specific sounds. Like the old Nokia ringtone, the PS2 startup sequence, the Game Boy turning on. And suddenly, without warning, you're somewhere else. A different time, a different version of your life. So why does that happen? Nostalgia is usually tied to big things, places, people, memories, but sound works differently. Because sound doesn't ask for your attention, it sleeps in quietly, in the background, and that's exactly why it sticks. Think about it. You might not remember what your childhood home looked like in perfect detail, but you probably remember how it sounded. The way the floor creaked at night, the specific noise the front door made when it opened, the muffled voices from another room. At the time, those sounds felt invisible. They weren't important, but your brain recorded them anyway. And now, years later, hearing them again feels different. That's because sound is deeply tied to emotion. It bypasses the part of your brain that tries to explain things and goes straight to the part that feels them. So instead of remembering what happened, you remember how it felt to be there. There is also something about repetition. These sounds weren't one-time experiences. You heard them over and over again, every time you turned on that console, every time someone's phone rang, every time you started up a game. And that repetition quietly built a connection. So now, even years later, your brain recognizes them instantly, like it never forgot. But what makes this even more powerful is how personal it is. Someone else might hear the same Nokia ringtone and feel nothing, but for you it means something. Because these sounds aren't important on their own, they are important because of when they existed in your life. And maybe that's why they hit so hard, because they don't just remind you of a moment, they remind you of a version of yourself, who you were when those sounds were part of your daily life. And you can't really go back to that, not completely, but for a few seconds, when you hear that sound again, it feels like you do.